In 2023, I never imagined that I would be building a gaming computer that was capable of playing all the current titles for under $100. Despite the price restriction that we had on building this computer, we were still able to pull this off and get it to play games such as Starfield and Diablo 4, and really, in my opinion, it didn't look too bad in comparison with my main rig. Now, some of you that did catch the series may be thinking, okay, it did run it, but there's other PCs that can run it way better, and some of the games didn't look that great. They weren't on high settings, and you know, the Optiplex is ugly, and I would be inclined to agree with you on the ugly part. So today, we're going to be trying to answer the question that everyone's wondering: can RGB make your PC run better? We're gonna find out. Hey guys, it's Chris with Tech Vibe. Today we are going to be upgrading the Optiplex. Now, for those of you that aren't familiar with this PC that we put together for under $100, that, by the way, plays everything out there right now. It was a project that took over a month to complete. There was a lot of twists and turns in this thing. If you haven't seen it, I suggest you check it out. I definitely think it came out pretty impressive. But today is not about that video. We are going to be taking that PC I just mentioned, and we're going to be seeing if we can take it a little bit further and answering the question, can RGB make it run better? Because currently we have it in this PC case set up right now into this Optiplex case, and you know, some may say that this doesn't look the greatest. So we're going to be upgrading the Optiplex and taking everything out of this case and putting bigger parts and better parts into other parts and adding colors to those parts, and hopefully, you know, that makes this thing work better, because that's what we're here to figure out, if colors make this better. So we got to take this CPU out of here. We got our trusty dusty out of here, adding some RGB. Let's get some more light going on. To be honest, I'm a bit curious how much better this thing's going to perform when it's got more power going to it, and well, just all around better cooling solutions. So maybe I'll take it out. It's rocking a bit too much in there. That's looking clean, ready for a new system. Take it for all it's good for. Give me that. Boom. That's mine now. I'll close this up because we don't need it anymore. Hard truth. Alright, so we do got some cool stuff in store. New things. Bigger hard drive. Obviously a heatsink for that. Some cooler RAM. We're gonna be making this thing look good. That's the goal, anyway. Alright. Got everything we needed out of there. Let's build on this thing here, huh?
as we can see, it actually looks pretty dang good. Honestly, better than I expected. So we're gonna get some games installed on this thing and see just how much better it runs.
Opening up with Fortnite for our first game at 1080p high settings preset, you did see that we had a bit of a stutter at the beginning there, and that was something that would happen randomly throughout the game. So we decided to go ahead and tune this down some because it's not something you want to see when you're playing a game like this. So we moved to medium settings preset, and FPS jumped way up. That's absolutely a playable FPS here. We're over 3 times the FPS that we were having before, just moving down the preset a little bit. And you know, we're getting into a gunfight here and still maintaining that 3x. So this is definitely going to be playable when you're playing a competitive game like this online. This is okay. This is fine. There's nothing wrong with this. I mean, this boy's catching it right here from me. And I had to hit him with the old escape route because, you know, I had a pistol and that gun sucks. And, you know, I'm not that great at Fortnite either, but, you know, you get the idea. Now moving on to Starfield, you can see that we have a respectable FPS. Now we are still at 1080p, still playing on low settings as we were with the old system, but we are doing much better than we were before with the old system, because when we tried this before, we were maintaining something around the 35 to maybe 40 FPS mark, but we were actually able to touch 60. Now, as you can see, getting in combat here, this is on the old system right here. And you can see we're 20 degrees hotter in this system than we are in the new one, which that's most often that's going to lead to better performance, and it does. Now moving on to Modern Warfare here, we have the benchmark running for Modern Warfare, and we are running at a 720p with an upscale to 1080p. So you can see that it doesn't really look that great, and we're also playing with the minimal settings going right now. Now the FPS is definitely what you would want to see if you're playing an FPS like this, but the surrounding not that great. Now we did come back with a new system here, and this is Modern Warfare 3, and we're playing TDM here. This level should look familiar to some of you guys, but hey, we're locked at 60 off this thing, and we're playing at normal settings. Absolutely looks far better than it did before, and we aren't having any sort of stutters, we aren't having any sort of drops. I'm over here getting double kills. Everything's good. Nothing wrong here. Well, I guess the verdict's in. RGB makes your PC better. So if you're running around with one of those all black builds and no RGB, get you some RGB, because it can definitely make those numbers go up. I mean, you saw it here live today, guys. The performance, the temperatures, everything all around in comparison to last time is better. Okay, for those of y'all that are sitting there just waiting to type in the comments about this, I know that it has nothing to do with the lights, all right? I know that, but just let us live in our world where we believe that RGB makes your PC run faster, okay? Can we do that? Because I know that, you know, the bigger case, the better airflow, the more access to power. I'm aware that that is the real difference here. But, you know, I can tell you what, it looks better. Argue that with me. You think the black that it shared with the Optiplex, you know, you thought that was what made the big difference here? The black, from black to black? I don't think so. Argue that. But really though, what do you guys think about this thing? Yeah, I think it came out good in my opinion. I think it looks pretty good, but I'm curious what you guys think. Is this something you would build for yourselves? I like it personally, but do y'all like it? Now, I know I've milked the crap out of this Optiplex. It's no longer an Optiplex anymore, so we're gonna be moving on. We got a series that's coming up, guys, and I'm pretty excited about it personally because, well, we're gonna be flipping PCs until we can buy a DeLorean. Like a real DeLorean. I'm not talking about like a toy one like this one, like my Lego one here, which is pretty freaking cool if you ask me. If you don't have this, I'd buy it. It was pretty fun to build. But no, an actual DeLorean, butterfly doors and all. We're gonna be flipping PCs until we can buy one of these boys. It's gonna be a series. Flipping PCs till I can buy my dream car. Because this is actually my dream car. I love Back to the Future. So stick around, subscribe or something. This is what's coming up. Hey, real quick, I noticed that you didn't hit the subscribe or the like. So if you could just, you could hit both of those for me real fast. I'd appreciate it. I'd be grateful. Hey. Thanks.